Am I back? Am I back? Am I back? Am I back? Do you see a paused screen? Are we good? Did Comcast give us back? Yay! Okay, so hopefully that will have fixed things. Okay, so hopefully we are fixed. We will see. We will do our best to stick with things. Yep. Hopefully that was a just brief thing of Comcast being Comcast. Comcast is our, kind of our local internet service provider who has a monopoly over the entire thing. So it's kind of that whole oh hey, you don't really have a choice, but you kind of have a choice, but if something goes wrong, screw you, all that stuff. Yeah, pretty much that. Also, hey Feline, how are you today? Also, okay, cool. We've got our little shed worked out. Yeah, I know how that is with you, Where Feline. Any particular reason you're staying up so late? Yeah, we moved into the prison. We are in the prison now. We have our cooking area set up. I'm setting up this outdoor utility shed for storage, and I'll probably put water here, my water supply here. I'm building this shed out, both for the utility of, having a utility shed, but also to get up my carpentry skills so I can make the interior, so I can set up interior furniture that is actually worth a damn. So I'm getting carpentry practice. We still occasionally get a few visitors that crawl in from outside, but we do our best to welcome them properly. We need an axe. We need a good axe. Oop, nope, not this way. You're a dumb. I mean, you know what? I'm not going to argue with you on that point. Maybe you are, maybe you aren't, but either way, we're going to have some more canned pineapple. Eat all of the canned pineapple. I mean, especially, to be blunt, especially if you have, work tomorrow. If you have work tomorrow, if you have work and you're still kind of staying up, it's not exactly the smartest choice. Yes, Stream Element, I'm now live. It's not that I've been live for a while now. Need more wood. This'll do. Saw all of the logs. Planks go into car. Whoa! No! Ow! I don't think it bit me. I don't think it got through my protection. It did not. Whew. Took a bit. It bit me right in the chest. Didn't make it through my... Through my it stopped on my protection. So yes, I'm exceptionally lucky there. I got a little complacent. I didn't think there was any more zombos in this immediate area. I just got this coat too. I mean, it's good. It saved me. The fact that I just got this coat saved me, but... And it was a fresh coat. We almost would have had to have another clone. Yeah. I can patch this one, but it won't patch very well is the problem. So it won't provide nearly the same protection it did before. I think if I get my tailoring skill up, I can patch it so it's better. Like it'll patch a little bit better. And give you better protection. But until I find something that is going to provide me with until I can find something that's going to provide me with similar or better protection around the rest of the body, it's still worth it for me to keep this one, I think. And there might even be a bulletproof vest that I discarded because it had a hole in the lower torso. But if it has a hole in the lower torso, but the upper torso is fine, that would potentially fix my problem. I think this... There was a... Yeah, let's inspect this. Yeah, the upper torso is fine, so we'll wear this. So now I should have... Yep, back to being well protected. Perfect. I've seen almost no zombies that actually bite the head, so... Yeah. I think the only time I've ever been bit on the head from a zombie is when I was in a car and they snuck up. Like, I was parked. I was in a car. I was parked somewhere I thought was isolated, and I went to sleep because the character was exhausted and I had no real safe place to sleep. And the zombies snuck up and got me while I was sleeping in my car. Ow. And then I can just fall from the roof. That can also happen. Yeah, that's a thing. That can totally happen. I can just fall from the roof. I will be fixing that eventually, but like for now I just want to get this all carpentried out. Yeah, it's a bad habit. But on the bright side, I'm getting this shed built real fast. I am gonna be putting, not really railings. You can't build railings, but you can build waist height fences. So I will put some waist height fences on this. Technically, you don't need them on the actual staircase. The staircase has an invisible wall that it won't let you fall off unless you are while you are on the staircase. But you know what? It's dark enough. Getting a little hungry. I'm gonna head inside and go to sleep. Maybe I'll make that eventually, Werefeline. So I'm running on build 41 right now. They have their beta build 42 in development and available. So I could absolutely do the beta build 42, and beta build 42 makes things a lot more challenging in some ways. But it also adds a ton of stuff. And one of the things it does add is it adds an airport, and I believe there's an actual helicopter there in that build. So you can actually fly a helicopter. And apparently it acts very much like the helicopter. It acts very much like the helicopter event in the game, which is if you fly around in a helicopter, you will attract like every zombie in the area. Surprise, surprise. I don't know what, off the top of my head, what H2G2 is there, Werefeline. But one thing that this game does have is someone has modded in the what is it? Not, yeah, the military base from Day of the Dead or Dawn of the Dead, like the underground base that is in that movie. Someone's made a mod where they put that on the map, and I've actually explored it in another personal save, and it's pretty funny. How are you getting in? Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm not from. I didn't. I was not aware of that abbreviation. More planks. More planks. And we'll probably need more nails as well. So I'll go grab some more nails. I don't know why the music turned off. The musical triggers of this game are kind of squirrely. They're not very consistent. Sometimes makes it difficult. Wooden floor. I mean, we're building a pretty nice little shed out here. It'll be a good place to store supplies, and especially pre-sorting. Yeah, no, we're not sleep. No, we're not going to sleep out here. That's what the main prison structure is for. The main prison structure is our sleeping place. This is a work shed, basically. This is a work. This is yeah. Yeah. I still don't know where those are respawning because they're obviously where they're coming in or where they're respawning, which is. But hey. Also, zombos are kind of, you could consider them a renewable resource in this game. Because zombos, will also occasionally have weapons on them or tools or things like that. So if the zombies keep coming back, eventually you will have supplies for everything. Time to drive out and get more wood. I might pretty up this shed a little bit once my skills are a little bit better, gooder. Hey you, get on the ground. Aw, they busted down my door. How dare you bust down the door that I worked so hard on? Hey, leave the wall alone. Bad zombos. Naughty zombos. Leave the wall alone. Dang it. Well, they gave me some nails at least. Eventually, I'm going to have to learn metalworking, and when I learn metalworking, I'll be able to make steel gates and, you know, steel walls. And hopefully the zombos won't be able to break those down nearly as easily. I wonder if I could start a forest fire. Intrusive thoughts. Forest fire? Maybe. I wonder if A, I could set a forest fire, and B, if that forest fire would actually kill a bunch of zombies. Yeah, that's kind of my thought. And if it weren't for the fact that I still need wood for now, I would do that. Or, no. We want you to go into the car, not into my inventory. So maybe when I'm finished with my woodworking project here, I will see about doing that. Just for curiosity's sake, because I mean, I have the components I need to build a Molotov. All you need is a bottle of bourbon and a rag, and I've got that, and a lighter. Which, hey, look, I've got a lighter. Plus, I just like the idea of burning. Burning! Burninating the countryside. Burninating the peasants. Drug door! Look, I'm not saying I'm not intrigued by this idea. Hey, look, another zombie got in. But he's not coming over here, so I don't care. Carpentry. Floor. We'll go kill him after. We'll go get rid of him after I empty my inventory a little bit. Oh, I'm just that boring, huh? That's how it is? So uninteresting I put you to sleep? I see how it is. But good night! Okay, so where did that zombie wanderer go? There you are. Hey you, asshole. Get over here. That's right, I called you an asshole. Honey, this ATM called me an asshole. Can you quote can you name the movie I'm quoting from? All right, let's see if I can build those safety fences. Yeah, there we go. The movie is called Maximum Overdrive. It is a very, very stupid 80s/90s movie by Stephen King. It is the one and only project he ever directed. It was an utter flop and kind of a cult, ended up being kind of a cult favorite, but yeah, it was a thing, all right. I need to find out if I have any water. Looks like I do not, so I will just drink an orange soda. We need to get onto the water collection business pretty soon here. It starred Emilio Estevez, and it was about like cars and robots, or cars and machines coming to life and killing people. And it was like one of the first versions of that, first kind of movies of that style. And it was bad. Like, it was like, even Stephen King, who directed it, was like, he wasn't ashamed of this movie, but he was definitely like, oh yeah, this was a bad movie. It is utter schlock, and it is absolutely silly, and it is kind of fun to watch. But as you can see, I'm putting the Ring O fences around, just as you suggested. Oh, whoops, we don't want to go into there. We want to go into there. Yes, preferably no more falling off. I mean, also the nice thing about it is it provides me with a lookout, sort of. So it should be quite helpful. The other thing it does is sometimes zombos will just, like, tumble over fences for no discernible reason when they're chasing you, even if it's not in their line of path. Alright, so I'm going to need more planks. I also need to look around and see if I can find more water anywhere. Is there any water bottles or bathrooms that I can scavenge some water out of? Anything like that? That has a garbage bag. Yeah, there's some water bottle. We'll just do that real quick. And drop the empty bottle in there. I might have to go through this place sometime and actually, like, empty out the zombies, like carry them out into a bird pile. Oh, you can... So you can drop onto the staircase from the side, and it's not gonna really hurt you. And the staircase itself has an invisible wall that prevents you from running off the edge of the wall. Here, let's have some canned mushroom soup. More wood. I honestly think with the next batch of wood will be... I'll need a little bit more wood. I mean, I'll be almost done, I think, after one more batch of wood. Because I need to finish fencing off the roof. I need to build doors. Because then it's an enclosed space. And once it's an enclosed space, I can... put a sink down there and plumb the sink, and the sink will auto-filter rainwater for some reason. And when it auto-filters rainwater, then put a couple water barrels up there, and whenever it rains, we get a good supply of water, and we probably won't need to worry about water again for quite a while. I thought it was done. There we go. Yeah, I'm exhausted and all that stuff. Let me just load up the van and I'll go and I'll sleep. Darn it, can't get both. I was hoping I'd be able to get both. And here's where we take a risk, because we're right on the edge of the forest. A zombie could come out at any time and just yomp. So I gotta listen real careful. But my awareness is really reduced because I'm so tired. Let me just finish loading this wood. Let me finish loading these planks and we will be done for the day. Okay. I will eventually put in a wood gate there. That is something you can build. I think you can actually, you can actually see what it takes. Door, double wooden door. I actually have the skill to build it now if I wanted to. 2 doorknobs, 4 wooden hinges, and a bunch of planks. So, yeah, I could build that now if I really wanted to, but... And then back to my cell. Back to my cell for the many, many hours of sleep. I should also go check and see how our generator is doing. I refilled it, so it should still have plenty of fuel, but let's double check. I can hear it running. Conveniently, this burnt out wall gives us all the access we need. Yep, you're at 53 fuel, so let's grab one. So currently, what am I powering? I am powering two fridges, and 2 lights. Okay, so that's fine. The fridges, of course, are going to use up a lot of energy. Having 2 lights on somewhere. Did I just trip again? I freaking did. Give me that. Stupid trip mechanic. But yeah, so having... Oops. Oh, we might need the door hinge and the doorknobs for building the doors that we need to build. What is using up so much? Oh, we do have planks on us. Oh, okay. Or... let's put you in there. Hey, Idrisol. How are you today? Good to see you. I'm good. I'm doing a nice casual little Sunday stream. Getting my Zomboid base all comfy, cozy. Doing the carpentry work, doing all the things we need to do to make this place a home. it's been an overall good weekend. So, like, I'm enjoying myself. All. I had a little problem with my internet earlier, but that seems to be over. It seems to have recovered. So even though it says we've only been live for like 40 minutes, we've actually been live for about a little over 3 hours now. I would say that's a good... I'm probably going to do another, hour-ish of this, and we will go from there. I don't need the saw or the axe while I'm actually making things, so we will put them in here. I'll probably go, as I said, I'll probably go for another, a bit longer on this before I call it. And then, because I still have some stuff to do for my work, for my business, I have some orders and things like that I need to take care of. Raw. Hey! Hey, leave the shed alone. Leave the shed alone. Bad Zombo. Naughty Zombo. No cookie. I don't know why I went that way. I know the van's right here. I am directionally challenged. It seems. Wooden fence. I do need to see how much what carpentry skill I need to be at to furniture. So there's the big rain collector battle. I need one more level of carpentry. Okay. We can probably do that before too long. Get this last batch of planks. Wait, what are you doing? There we go. There, no more falling off the roof. I've got my little protected roof area. And I think I even have... Where did I put the extra door frame stuff? Where did the extra door frame stuff go? Door hinge, there it is. I need one more of those. And I need one more plank. Okay, so let's find ourselves a plank. Hopefully with... I mean, I don't want to have to chop down another tree if there's one laying around. Can I disassemble... Oh, I can do that with a saw. Sure, we'll disassemble those counters. So that way I don't have to venture back into the forest just for the sake of has items in container. Now you don't. Also, this means I won't have to keep running through there. Of course, neither will zombos, but you know what you're gonna do. There it is. I only needed one more plank. Thank you for the plank. Carpentry. Door. Okay. Yay! We have our shed. What I will also need to do is... I think I will need to do... Not a... Forget what I'll need. There's something I'm going to need to make a spot so we can put in the plumbing. Open Kenchili. Eat all of the kenchili. Well, we need the sink. That I know we need to get. But there's also, like, you need a specific type of countertop or something like that in order to put the sink, to install the sink. And I don't remember specifically which that is. But now what we're going to do is we're going to hike back to the fire station and grab the other cars. So we're going to take a couple trips to the fire station. And we're going to go get a couple of whoops. And we're gonna grab the other cars that we've salvaged from this place. Oh, there was the other propane tank that I swear I had. Oh, I'll bring those in later. Time to get my workout as I hike my way back to the firehouse. Ooh, give me a sec. Dashboard. Nope. Okay, well, we're good. Boom, 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 boom. Man, I remember the first time I tried to clear this area and I came in with guns and like this whole road was just a layer of dead zombie bodies. To drive here, you were literally like, you did not touch the pavement. You drove over the zombie bodies. It was kind of hilarious, actually. What's this down here? Random clown stuff. It was kind of a blast, yeah. I mean, it was basically me walking from one end of the road to the other and back again in circles anytime I got enough distance to do it, turning around and blasting them with shotguns and handguns. And I think I almost I ran out of ammo once and had to run and get more ammo and come back and clear them again. So, yeah, it was a ton of fun. Time for me to get a nice little jog. So, now that we've moved into our base, we still want to make it we want to comfy it up a bit. We still have a few things we need to do to like get water filtering set up and things like that. But it's also maybe time to start expanding our search area and just doing some exploring, going out and wandering into the world. Because we do want to try and find... There are some things we do want to try and find, you know. One of which is like the most prized thing in Zomboid, which is we really want to try and find a sledgehammer somewhere. Sledgehammers are like the rarest accessory in the item in the game. And you really need, and well, you don't really need it, but it gives you access to so many more places. If you get one. Hole in the upper torso. We've already got a hole in the upper torso. I think it's a little bit better. Yeah, we'll wear it. Here, have a leather jacket, zombie. Oh, I had the key for this one originally. And since I don't have a screwdriver, I can't hotwire it. Do I have a screwdriver? Is there a screwdriver around here somewhere that I could maybe pick up? So now I can hotwire this car. So we want to come back and get that other little car in our garage too. We also want to check out those few little cars in front of the prison. Especially there's a compact there that was... there was a compact there that... I like compacts for like scouting missions. Where you're potentially driving a long distance and you're not necessarily looking to like loot a bunch of stuff. You're mostly heading out to, you know, find good places to come back to later. We'll park cars here. We can make this road. We can make this our area our impromptu junkyard. Again, where do you guys come from? Where are you respawning from? Supposedly zombies aren't supposed to respawn except for if you kill all the zombies in an area, they're not supposed to respawn unless you stop visiting that area. Maybe that's maybe I'm just getting people coming from around the edge of the wall, eventually finding the front way in. That could be that could be why they're making it in. So that's a possibility. I should be... Yep. Again, good protection now. This is about the best protection you can get. I don't know if firefighter gear is better or worse than military gear. But it's definitely the best we can get right now. And back to the firehouse again to get that last car. Man, this is a good way for me to lose weight. So my goal with this character is to get their weight down to 85. Because that's kilograms. And in this game, once you hit 85 kilograms, you are no longer considered overweight. Hey there, Casey. How's it going? I just want you to know your puns are your puns and jokes are well appreciated here. Hope you've been having a good Sunday. Okay, so the big thing we need to fix is we need to fix our water supply problems. Right now we do not have a consistent water supply, and we are just kind of scavenging on what we can find. I do kind of have the capability to... I can make smaller water barrels, but I can't make bigger ones yet. I don't know why I did that. I was thinking I was going to go back for something else, and I just didn't. Now, so yeah, I can. There's certain. I can definitely. I also need to go out and get a sink. I need to snag a sink. Here we are building up our collection of cars. But also, it's time to sleep. It's time to sleep, and I think it's time to... I think it's time to take another patrol of the exterior of the prison to see if there's anything, any people, any zomboids in the walls that we have missed. Inside the fence, I should say. I am exhausted and tired, and we're gonna call it a night. Let's see, what else can I do? The other thing we can do is we can do it. I mean, we should also do a tour of the outside of the wall and see if we can start working on clearing the outside of the wall. Because... because then we'll be able to see the inside and we can check out the other guard towers. It's raining outside. This is why you want to build water catch basins. Because all this lovely, lovely water is kind of going to waste. Yeah, you know what? What we're going to do? We're going to wander the outside of the facility real quick, and or not real quick, but we're gonna head down one wall of the facility, and maybe see about clearing some zombos, and maybe getting to the other watchtower. We already cleared the watchtower that's in this sort of southeastern corner of the facility, the easternmost corner of the facility. It'd be nice to check out the other watchtowers and see if we can do some, if we can, see if we can, if there's anything in those as well. The watchtowers, of course, are, you know, are also kind of a great fallback position if you need them to be. You're kind of crappy. In fact, I was considering just setting up our... Ooh, you are in very good condition. Well... Sorry. Okay. No keys. Not that that's a problem. We're just going to hotwire it anyway. I want to be able to check out what's in the trunk. And here's a swarm of zombos we get to kill. I'm not going to use guns this time. They're small enough packs, I should be able to handle them, and I don't think I want to attract the attention of the others quite right now. Matches will be good to keep around in case for fire lighting. Ooh, there's a big swarm. Hello, big swarm. Let's see if we can attract some of you without attracting the others. I think we can. We're getting pretty good with this machete. Machete. Come on, zombies. Form a nice one at a time line. So I get a good break between killing each set of you. Thank you. If you're in good condition... Nope. Holes. Oh, wait, sorry. Boots. I saw boots. Boots are good. Boots are always good to keep. Matches, fire starting, seeds, stuff like that. That's all good stuff. Here's another swarm. Hey, look, there's the ex-me. There's a clone of mine. Guess he went off to join other friends. Speaking of, I don't think any of those back there were a me copy. More lighter is good. One of the bigger things to remember in this game is that once you kill zombies, they will come back, but their respawn is like a 10th. So, like, eventually I'll start having zombies showing up at the wall again, but it'll likely take a while. That was a little early on that swing. Doing a little head chopping. Chop, chop, chop. There's nothing here I really care about. Yeah. This is mostly a clearance. This is a clearing run, not a looting run. There isn't a huge amount of loot to be had out here that I care about. There's a few zombies inside the walls that I'm going to have to clear out. So after I've done this sweep on the outside of the wall of the prison walls, I almost certainly will have to do another sweep of the inside of the prison walls. Even though we burned out almost every zombie that was in the area. Oh, hello. Whoa, hello. Couple of little sneaky dudes. Man, that was almost... I almost got caught there a couple times. Oh, that's no good. All right. Time to back off for a bit. So that alarm is going to attract every zombie in the area. By now, there shouldn't be a lot of zombies in the area, so... Yup. That's the party call. Tells us it's time... Tells us... For us, though, it means the party's over. Also, hello, dragon. Good to see you. I hope you have been having a good day and had some good outdoor time. Yeah, see, we're starting to get zombies that have been kind of on the outskirts of things. So that alarm attracted a bunch of zombies from around the surrounding areas. They shouldn't go into the main entrance, I don't think, but I suppose we'll find out. So what I can do is I can take this opportunity to pick a car, rest up, and we'll do a patrol of the inside. We'll switch to patrolling the inside of the fence. I really need to get the double doors set up. Hey, look, here's all the friends that have been kind of hanging out without really... that have been kind of hanging out without really, you know, coming into the main prison. We're just going to sit in the car while our exhaustion wears off a little bit. Okay. What this will let us do is this will let us see just how fucked up that tower is from the safety of inside the prison fence. Hey, look at that! Look at all the zombies that decided to go visit that prison, that tower now. Yup. And we're probably going to have to go through and we're still going to have to go through and clear them all at some point. That may be a time or an opportunity to break out the shotguns, honestly. I wonder if you can gun the people from inside the fence. Oh, look at you. Look at all the zombies. Look at all the zombies! Yay! Look at all the zombies. Poor zombos, not able to get to me through the fence. Do not touch the blood-ravenous evil zombies. Why? Are they going to come through and kill me? No, it's just rather tacky. Can anyone tell me who I am paraphrasing? I am paraphrasing a Buffy the Vampire Slayer episode. It was one of their Halloween specials. I know, too young for most people here. Or too old, I should say. Too old a reference. Although they are rebooting Buffy, so maybe that'll become a thing again. So Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the TV series, was pretty much one of what I would call the formative shows for late Gen Xers and millennials. So if you want to learn about sort of how millennial and Gen Xer attitudes came to be, watch that show. It'll teach you a lot. Alright, looking at that, it looks like I'll be able to go check out at least that southwestern prison watchtower. So why don't we do that without having to break out the shotguns? A lot of it hasn't aged as well as... I mean, a lot of it hasn't aged well because the producer and writer turned out to be just a horrible, horrible person. But the show itself is still, I think, you know, it's still one of those shows that kind of makes up a lot of the collective unconsciousness of a generation, I think is one way to put it. And the original producer-writer is not involved in the reboot they're doing, but Sarah Michelle Gellar, who was the original Buffy, who was the Buffy the Vampire Slayer from the TV series, you busted my planks. I need to replank those. Grr. I need to no wonder zombies have been coming through. I need to rebarricade those. But yeah, the original Sarah Michelle Gellar is acting as producer and on this new version, and is going to be showing up in it. So it, you know, it has potential. It has the possibility of actually being good. Okay, is there anything up here that we can use? Sure. Both of those are actually reasonably good supplies to pick up, but otherwise it is empty up here. This would be a good place to go with a good rifle. If you want to just work on your aim skill and pink off some zombies, I suppose. Being wishy-washy again. What I should do is I should get more planks. So I think I'm going to have to do that sooner rather than later. Because I need to get more planks and re-board up the building over here. And I need to fully plank up these guys. So you can actually put up to 8 planks on any given window. And I think I'm going to have to do that. So I will shore up my protections there. And then I think we will pull out the guns and go on a bit of a continue our zombie fence clearing adventures. But I also think that is going to have to probably be next time, because we're getting pretty close to the end of my stream here. You know, we're not quite there yet. Got a few more minutes. But not enough time to really sink in and get things done, you know? So let's head back to the cell block. What did I pick up along the way? I picked up a few things. Nothing too big, but stuff I definitely want to keep around. Oh, you know what I need? I forgot. I need a pen. Which I can get from the front counter, I think. There's some on the ground. Yep. Grab, grab, grab. So I can drop them there. And let's transcribe into our journal, because we learned a lot of things since the last time we did this. Lots of carpentry, lots of maintenance, lots of swinging our machete around. All the good stuff that we have learned. Perfect. All right, so we will go to sleep in our little cell while it is raining outside. We will sleep. Okay, well, I think that is where we're going to call it for today. Yeah, that's where we're going to call it today, with a giant rainstorm outside, and with us planning on doing some shotgun zombo cleaning on the outside of our new home. We have successfully today moved into the prison, which is a pretty big step, and now we can start moving on, expanding outwards, improving our living situation, and doing other things. I will be back on Tuesday, and Tuesday will be some more Beat Saber time. Thursday, I do not know what I'm going to be doing. I might be doing some leather work on Thursday. I have 2 weeks to prepare for a couple of pretty big events coming up, so I need to get things done. Of course, you know, all the other orders and other things that come in with the game with doing leather work. If you know, orders and sales come in, I have to take care of those. So that's what you can expect for at least next Thursday. Next Sunday, I will be around for more stream. But for today, we're going to head off and raid CarTube, who is a friend of mine. They play classic games. They are right now playing something called Midnight Fight Express, which sounds kind of interesting. And I hope you enjoy them. I hope you had a good day. I hope you learned something today. I hope today was better than yesterday. I hope tomorrow is better still. But until I see you again, y'all have a good evening. Bye-bye.